Hi there, it's Dr. Bernstein, and in this presentation, I'm going to introduce you to some really effective strategies for developing and structuring your body paragraphs. So there are a couple of basic things that belong in any good college level body paragraph. Number one, the first sentence of your paragraph is called a topic sentence. And the first sentence of your paragraph needs to state the main point of your paragraph and relate back to your thesis. So a lot of times what people do is they'll have a topic sentence that states the main point of the paragraph, but they're not relating it back to their big argument that they mention in their opening paragraph. And you want to make sure that your topic sentences do both of these things. While I'm talking about the first sentence of a paragraph, I should tell you that in general, you don't want the first sentence of your paragraph or the last sentence of your paragraph to include a quote. Because in your essays for our class, you're really presenting your own argument, your own interpretation, and so you want to start and end each body paragraph with your own ideas. Then, after your topic sentence, you should continue setting up the context of your paragraph's main point. You'll need to elaborate more on your point, introduce your reader to some more details related to it, and start setting up, preparing the reader for your quote. So that number three, as you see, is that you must use at least one direct quote from the reading in each body paragraph. So if you think about it, a lawyer goes into the courtroom, and in order to make her case compelling and persuade the jury, she needs to present evidence to support her claims. And that's what you need to do when you're writing a paragraph, is support your claims with evidence. So use at least one direct quote. You can use maybe two or three. You don't want to go overboard. You don't want to stuff your paragraph with very long quotes or too many quotes, but you want to choose really good ones that help illuminate and prove your point. Of course, as you know, you must use a signal phrase to introduce your quote, and then at the end of the sentence, you put the parentheses, and inside the parentheses, you put the line number, because we're talking about poems in this essay. You put the line number or the page number if you're quoting from a short story or play or novel. Put that page number or the line number in the parentheses and then the period afterwards. Then after you use a quote, you need to really analyze and explain that quote in relation to your topic sentence. So in other words, you need to explain and analyze that quote in relationship to the main point of the paragraph and your larger thesis. Then, towards the end of your paragraph, you want to create a concluding sentence that wraps up the ideas in the paragraph and prepares the reader to move on to the next part of your essay. So there you have it, 5 very basic things you can do to amp up the power of your paragraphs. Now I want to show you an image that will help you, a sort of graphic that will help you conceptualize what it is I'm asking you to do. So as you can see, I'm not really a big drawer, not very good at art, but what you'll see is the opening paragraph of your essay. That's where you present your big idea, your main claims, and you give your reader a sense of the gist of your argument. Then you'll notice that your conclusion also, you sort of go back out and wrap up your argument, wrap up your points in relationship to your big idea. And each one of your body paragraphs needs to address one specific point that you are going to make in order to support your big idea, your thesis. So you have these 3 paragraphs. For our class in general, you'll be writing at least 3 body paragraphs for each essay. But what you want is, you don't want them to be come across as these separate entities, you want to make smooth transitions between your paragraphs. So you want to connect, as you'll see, you want to connect each paragraph back to your big idea. So it doesn't seem isolated from your point. You want to keep reminding the reader how this specific point relates to your big argument. And then you also want to make smooth transitions between your paragraphs. And that we might deal with a little bit in more detail maybe on your second paper or as we're getting into the drafts of your paper. But you want to use something like the concluding sentence of your paragraph and sometimes even also your topic sentence to help bring together the different parts of your argument. Now, this all seems very simple and straightforward. The hard part is the application, getting these basic guidelines, getting your ideas to fit within these basic guidelines and to develop your ideas. That's the challenging part. And your assignments for your next set of assignments are going to require you to post one of your paragraphs and you'll get feedback on it so you can see what it's like and you can see what issues and questions come up for you when you try to put these rules into practice. So that's it for now. I hope you took good notes, and if you have any questions, of course, feel free to post them on our site.